Hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas and welcome to another episode of the Royal Rogue. Today we're going to talk about how Megan was awarded a Woman of Vision recognition and the odds of Harry being deported if he doesn't tell the truth. But first, we got memes. But more than memes, I just need to give you a trigger warning. You know that I said that I was not going to show any more artificial intelligence images on the Royal Rogue unless they were for memes or funny things. But in this case, I need to bring awareness to the fact that the Sewer Squad has found somehow the same tools that I use for my artificially generated images. It was just a matter of time. This is something that I was expecting because these tools are going to become easier and easier to use, regardless if the user's IQ is around room temperature. But what I did not expect is that of all the topics and ideas and fantasies that they could imagine about Meghan, the best friends forever with Catherine was absolutely not on my 2023 bingo card. I did not make these images. They were found on accounts that stand Meghan Markle. So I thought that they despised Catherine. I thought that they did not want anything to do with her. I thought they were still resentful because she made Meghan cry, remember? I mean, it would make so much more sense, at least from the Queen Meghan perspective, as Donna R found on Google, that they would prefer making silly things like King Charles putting some kind of crown on Meghan. Again, I can understand that this can be disturbing and upsetting for some, but it's my duty to keep warning you about the possibilities of this technology. Because today we can have silly memes or absurd friendships, but tomorrow we will have images and even videos that will be indistinguishable from real life. We are not there yet, but we will arrive at that point sooner than you think. It's like this tweet from Emmy Believer. I saw these two images on a Meghan fan account and they seemed very creepy. Why do they make them look like a couple? Could it be that the reason for so much hatred towards Catherine is that internally they are in love with her? I have been studying human behavior for decades and it's still a mystery to me. I sometimes miss the days where making a nice meme about the royal family requires some kind of artistic ability, such as this meme shared by Alexei Romanov, Mexit, Call of Duty. I will play that video game. I'm sure the first mini quest would be get the nose candy. But let's be honest, even in the Photoshop era, we had to face abominations such as this one. Because if there is someone the sewer squad is really obsessed with, is Diana. Again, I did not make this meme. Although, when it comes to cosplaying Diana, nobody beats the Duchess of Monte Shit Show. As you can see in this tweet from Princess of My Truth and this mom, messing around with archives this evening and found yet another example of the mimicking being carried out by the charlatan, never ending. You see, sometimes art imitates life, just like Meghan imitates Diana. And to close the artificial intelligence topic, I just need to remind you that when the Royal Rogue does AI, it's always exquisite. So let's start with the flood of nonsense. Meghan Markle is set to be given 2023 Women of Vision Award by Gloria Steinem at New York City Gala next month. Oh my God. But I must say that I applaud Meghan on her Women of Vision Award. Well deserved for grifting, deceiving, and dumping people all the way to marrying into the British royal family. If that's not having vision and doing whatever it takes, I don't know what it is. And by the way, this is the same Gloria Steinem who signed an open letter in support of Amber Heard, so you know what kind of feminists they are. Well, Meghan Markle will receive the highest honor at the 2023 Women of Vision Awards, celebrating generations of progress and power for her global advocacy to empower and advocate on behalf of women and girls. When has she advocated for women and girls? That's my question. A profile of the Duchess on the Miss Foundation's website notes that she's a feminist, champion of human rights and gender equity, and global role model. Now, I need to warn you, the following part is nothing short of a stomach churning. It says Markle is being honored for her lifelong advocacy for women and girls, which remains a constant thread she weaves through both humanitarian and business ventures. The Duchess profile on the event page also notes that Markle has served as UN Women's Advocate for women's political participation and leadership. a World Vision Global Ambassador, and a leading counselor to One Young World in 2014. In 2022, Meghan launched Arsewives, a record-breaking podcast exploring the labels that try to hold women back. It continues. The profile then goes on to say that Markle is a passionate advocate for family rights and an investor in dynamic female-founded companies. Meghan is noted as one of the most powerful and influential women in the world, topping lists such as Time Magazine's Most Influential People, the Financial Times' 25 Most Influential Women, Variety Power of Women, and British Vogue's 25, whatever. I'm sorry for reading this. I truly am. I threw up a bit in my mouth right at the end. And reactions did not wait. Meghan's Mole. I see what Meghan and Harry Netflix are up to. Their first 6 episodes were all about them whining, and since that wasn't well received, I'm willing to bet their next episodes will be all about Meghan winning awards and Harry taking on the evil press. Same garbage, different spin. And then Prince Harry may have to update US officials on drug use to keep visa. Freedom of Information Battle aims to find out if Duke of Sussex was given special treatment when his US visa was granted. Oh, now that's interesting. So maybe they want to find out how much nose candy he keeps around the house. US immigration laws state that any foreigner determined to be a drug abuser is classed as inadmissible, though immigration officials can use their discretion to waive the rule. People who emigrate to the US are typically given a 3-year visa, meaning Prince Harry will need to apply for a new visa, a green card, or citizenship this year, which could be a problem in light of his recent admissions. But at least we have good news, or at least they look like it. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle too late to RSVP coronation invitation? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have missed their date to respond to King Charles' coronation invitation, according to The Telegraph. Coronation guests have already been emailed by Buckingham Palace and told to save the date of the ceremony, with some asked to RSVP to the palace by Monday, April 3rd, 2023. So, do you think they are already confirmed, or are they waiting 24 hours prior to decide? And I found these snippets of Lady Colin Campbell thanks to royal expert Princess Consuela Banana. Lady C says that in the early days, Harry's wife tried to charm the Queen and Philip. Philip saw right through her. Both the Queen and Philip tried to get Harry to not get married. It was Harry who threatened that they would be considered racist, manipulative man-child. Lady C also said that Harry's wife is dangerous and she had no limits. She will go to get what she wants, including trying to get her dad accused of horrible behavior. And also that the Queen and Philip did not want the Harkle marriage to take place and did not think Harry's wife was royal material. They were right, and we now know why the Harkles were so cruel to them in their final years. I always go back to this picture because that's how we know that the Queen knew. And today's last royal shot is another quote from Lady C thanks to Princess Naomi Skye. Schools are simple steps on the ladder for them to climb upon. Lady C on Meghan Markle's desire to be the next queen. The Montecito queen, that is. My Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and if you want to support my channel, all you have to do is subscribe. That's all you need to do to help me keep making these videos. And if you have already subscribed, just share my videos with your friends. Remember the 2 most important words: much love and bliss.